Este es un programa pagado. Los comentarios que se hagan en el mismo no representan necesariamente la opinión de JJ Publicidad y Entre Mujeres Radio.
Magandang umaga po mga kababayan. This is Ria Luz of Buhay-Buhay sa Amerika. We are now on our 30th episode. And today's episode ay napakabigat kasi po we will be talking about domestic violence awareness. And I am very, very grateful na kasama ko ang magaganda at lalo't higit ang ating kapita-pitagang chairwoman of the Council of Filipino Organizations here in Arizona, no other than Chairman Ate Ethel Losario Smith. Ate Ethel, good morning and bumati ka sa ating mga audience dyan.
Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. We're so honored that we're here, tackling the issue and everything. And please like Buhay-Buhay sa Amerika and Entremujeres page and watch us on Facebook, and you can actually get connected to the program, and we are in YouTube as well.
Ay, salamat Ate Ethel for helping us to promote Buhay-Buhay sa Amerika. And also, by the way, Ate, maraming salamat for nominating Buhay-Buhay sa Amerika for the Migration Advocacy Awareness Award. And
you're so deserving, Ria, and I can't wait na sabihin nila, hey, nanalo si Ria. So, crossing my fingers, and I can't, wait for the result. So,
and
honored.
It just a nomination is already an honor for us. Na especially ma-recognize ng ating president of the Filipino Organizational Council here.
So, well, we've been watching everybody, and we want to be able to nominate and give acknowledgement to the people like yourself that's really making a big difference in the community, because we really need that in the community.
Yeah, especially at this month we are celebrating the Filipino
heritage,
Filipino American
heritage
or History Month.
History Month.
Yeah, so yeah,
they also call it heritage.
Nako, I'm sure na marami nang nag-iintay na makita ang ating magagandang guest. So ipakilala na natin sila. Eto na. Sa ating kanan, sa kanan ko.
Kanan mo.
Ang maganda at a very famous celebrity here in Arizona.
Saka beauty queen.
Yeah, beauty queen. Philanthropist, an amazing mom, model, and a wonderful wife, Miss Virgie Brown.
Meron pa siya isang fitness queen.
Ay, yeah, fitness queen pa pala. So, bati ka naman, sis.
Hi, good morning sa lahat na nakikinig at nanonood. Hello, we're here at Buhay-Buhay sa Amerika. Please watch the whole hour show today.
Yes, and also ang isa pa na napakaganda rin na ating Hindi lang siya beauty queen, copy goddess pa.
Oh.
Valentus copy goddess.
Yeah.
Eto na, ang ating sister, Cynthia Lyons.
Thank you,
Get
Ate
closer to the
Ria.
mic so they
Thank
can
Ate
hear you.
Ria. Thanks for having me again after 7 months. I think
Yes.
my first time was I was co-hosting with you, and now
Yes.
I'm guesting.
Yeah, kaya
So everyone, please watch Boy Boys America right now. We are tackling the topic, very sensitive topic that we are going to discuss today, domestic violence, and
Yeah.
we are so glad to be able to be here because this is going to be a very good topic for all of us,
yes,
not
thank you.
just women but men as well.
Yes.
And a good conversation
Yes.
also for
Yes.
everybody.
And of
Yes.
course, you talk about men, hindi lang puro babae ang
Yeah.
ating nasa
Yes.
table, ang ating pong isa pang kapita-pitagan at pinagbubunyi, the best lawyer in town. Especially nandito na ang ating attorney Limuel A. Carlos.
Hello, good
Yeah.
morning, everybody. I want to apologize. I came down from hiking this week, past couple of days. It was very cold up there, so my voice kind of got affected. But that doesn't diminish from the thrill I have of being here with all of these amazing, beautiful, and
Thank
powerful, intelligent women. And I want to encourage all of you to stay with us for the whole hour because I will be speaking on certain topics that I think are very germane to the audience of Buhay Buhay sa Amerika as well as Entremujeres Radio. I am an immigration attorney, and one of the things that I advocate for, that I do, is to advocate for women who are victims of domestic violence, who happen to be immigrants themselves and are suffering at the hands of either their U.S. citizen spouse,
Yes.
parent, or boyfriend.
Mhm.
Also, children are affected. And as you
Mhm.
mentioned, although the name is Violence Against Women Act, men are also covered,
Mhm.
as
Yes.
well as
True.
True.
yes,
Yes.
as well as transgendered people of
think-
same sex.
They
Yes.
have that authorization of VAWA nowadays.
Yes.
That
Yes.
is not just for women.
Make your voice louder or
Oh,
come
okay.
closer to the mic. Yeah, because it will be just a whisper pag malayo tayo sa mic. Kaya lapitan na natin ang microphone.
Na
Kuya,
parang
Pwede ba
kahawakan
Attorney
na si
Limuel,
Mike?
yes, para
Ganyan.
tayong mga John Legends later on. Yeah.
So yes, thank you for having me today.
Thank you
and
so
I'm very honored.
much. We're very honored that you grace our show, Attorney Limuel, because it's been
course.
my dream that you can come join us. Especially we as Filipinos really need the immigration lawyers, and many times we don't, especially our sisters who are affected by this issue, don't know that there's help, and that's why we're so glad na pinaunlakan mo ang aming paanyaya.
Maraming salamat.
Tsaka multilingual ka, di ba?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not that good at Tagalog as Ria. Wow, I'm very impressed
Yeah.
Yeah.
by
So,
her Tagalog.
ano pa yung mga ibang languages mo?
I
Attorney?
speak
French?
Spanish,
Oh, I
Oh,
love to
good.
speak
of course
Spanish.
English, French,
Uh-huh.
and Italian.
There
Oh
you
my
go.
gosh.
Yeah.
Mm.
See,
Okay,
kaya
focus.
tamang-tama, we have our attorney Limuel Carlos, who is not only going to serve if any of the women. We're not just talking about Filipino women in this issue, but we also encourage the other non-Filipinos to be a participant of this topic, because we know that domestic violence abuse it does not care for race, color, religion, age, and so
Educational
and
background,
education, and
nationality.
race and sex.
Mhm.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So we we have with us Cynthia Lyons and Miss Virgie Brown
Mhm.
to share something, especially our sister Virgie Brown here is very brave that she'll be able to share with us her own story if it's possible.
Sure. Sure, I
Yes.
can do that. Well,
Get closer.
I was a victim of a physical abuse to my live-in ex-boyfriend, and I was with him for two years. Every time he physically abused me, I fought back. That's the thing for me. I always fought back, and he always hurt me, but I tried to hurt him back. Although I'm smaller, so he ended up winning anyway. But so every time I always call the police, and He always go to jail, of course, but because of I maybe I'm not really sure why I keep trying to bail him out. So every time he goes to jail, I go back and bail him out. So it's
Love
a
and hate.
routine over and over for 2 years, and then until I figured out that I have to get out of this relationship or I die. So what happened is I went ahead and left after 2 years, but for a year he's been stalking me. That it actually put my life in danger. So one time he slashed my tires at my work where I work, because he knows where I work at during that time. So I end up changing work. I end up changing your work, and I end up um, basically hiding from everybody. I hide from my friends. I hide from people that he knows, so that he can find me. And for for a year he was in restraining order because he still went to my workplace, even though I don't know how he figured out how where I work. The new, actually, I have a new job. Meron akong bagong trabaho, but he still went there, and he managed to find me and went to where my actually he really went to my desk. So I ended up calling a police from that work also. So it was a really bad physical abuse relationship between a man and a woman. So I thank God that I got
You
out of it when
survived.
I did, and I survived. Or else there was time that it was really bad, the injury that I got from him, that I had to stop. I can't go to work for a week. So a lot of my friends told me to leave him, but for some reason I can't. And that's the thing about us, abused women. We have a hard time in leaving the person that abusing us. And for so many reasons. One is because you love him. Second is you trying to think that that person gonna change for you. He's gonna change. Somehow he's gonna change because he loves you too. And we're just the hope that we're stuck to it, because sometimes they're nice. They have like two personalities, these people. Sometimes they're very nice, they're loving, they're attentive to you, but then they flip out to like the worst person that you ever know, and you just don't know when and how that happened when they do that to you.
Yeah, and I'm so glad
Mhm.
that you were able to escape that relationship, and now it is such a hopeful na our sister Virgie has find a man who truly will love her,
Yes.
who loves her, and
And a
really,
beautiful
yeah,
family
and a
also,
beautiful
Yes.
Rian.
family. So
Uh-huh.
ang gusto nating ipakita ngayon is merong hope for
Yes.
anyone who experienced this domestic abuse violence issue. There is hope and there is a way out, which we will tackle later. Ang malungkot, I'm so
Mhm.
glad that you were able
Yes,
to
me too.
overcome
Mhm.
and get out alive.
Mhm.
We wanted to also emphasize a story of our sister who just last time it was at Balitang Amerika, where one of our Filipina sister died in Texas. She was chopped by her
Yeah.
husband and was left in the refrigerator, in a freezer.
Fraser. Yeah.
It
She was
is we are Buhay Buhay sa Amerika wanted to give voice to those sisters lives that was lost, and we wanted to make this as an issue. We want to bring this in to the limelight kasi marami tayong problema na, especially at this domestic violence abuse, it is happening, but yet we're never speaking this issue. And that's why I'm so glad Ate Ethel was so brave. Because of that, we talk and say, let's bring domestic violence as an episode. So, Ate Ethel, I thank you for in the initiative of your initiative as the chairwoman of the CFO of Arizona, as well as Phoenix Asian American Lions. And also, I'm representing the Women's Federation for World Peace as the chairwoman here in Arizona. It is together as women and as men, we can overcome and help bring hope to our kababayan.
Actually, Rhea, nung nare-remember mo na matagal nating pinlano to, no? And we were actually hoping and praying that we will have the right people that will be willing, to
Yeah.
step up. Because, opening up about something that's so traumatic in your life
yes.
will need really your guts,
Yes.
because here you are, you have a lot of friends, but then by coming out, if that's going to mean that you can actually save a life,
Mhm.
then I think it's really worth it. It's such a very sensitive subject that with us gathering here, what can we do to help the community?
Yes.
So we're going to be discussing yung mga preventative
Mhm.
measures para
Yes.
hindi natin maulit tong
Yes.
yeah.
And we're
So,
lucky we have our sister Cynthia here, who can also is brave enough to say we only have 1 minute to go. Cynthia, will you be able to share with us
For
what
1 minute.
is we'll come back when we are not when we have
Yes,
more
yes.
time. But tell us how to spot this abusive relationship.
Very good question. When you are in an abusive relationship, you seem to be on a denial stage.
Mhm. True.
Okay, some people, they already know that they're already in a verbal, physical, mental,
Mhm.
or emotional abuse, but because they like the person, they love the person, even if it affects them personally, like inside, they're like in denial. Oh, he's gonna, like you said,
Change.
it's gonna change.
They
It's
always
just
hope
it's just
they'll
a matter
change.
of adjustment. But to spot that you are in a very abusive relationship is when they start to put you down, put downs, like mocking you, belittling you, like calling you names, like trying to just call you all the names in the book that you don't deserve, like saying you're
Nothing.
FB, like
Mhm.
just that word.
Mhm.
Actually, that what provoked me in my case.
Yes.
When I got provoked with that name calling, I talked back. I said, "You don't call that," So, and then he started to like really, and I can talk. I speak good, so
Yes.
I talked back and I
Mhm.
said, So it was like a very sensitive, but that night end up into fighting and end up into like calling
the
the
police.
police, and
Kaya,
it wasn't me.
yes.
It wasn't me who
Nako.
called the police.
I wanted to
Yes.
give our audience
Yes.
masuspend sila sa susunod
Yes.
pang kabanata. Kaya kailangan munang mag-commercial tayo.
Commercial muna tayo.
Come back. We'll be back in a few.
At magbabalik po ang buhay-buhay sa Amerika. Huwag kayong aalis!
Women's Federation for World Peace is an NGO in general consultative status with the Economic and Social Council of the United Nations. We are women working together to establish a culture of heart in the family, community, nation, and world in order to achieve genuine and sustainable peace under God by empowering women with knowledge, skills, and supportive community to discover their unique value and bring lasting peace. For more information and to become a member, visit our website at wfwp.us today. Congratulations, Buhay Buhay sa Amerika!
At muli pong nagbabalik ang buhay-buhay sa Amerika ni Rhea Luz.
Magandang umaga pong muli mga kababayan. Nasa second segment na tayo ng ating episode about domestic violence awareness. And earlier, we have Miss Cynthia Lyons who's talking about how to spot our abusive relationship or someone who is abusing you. So
Yes.
Cynthia will give you one more
Yes.
chance to
So,
be able to share.
okay. Anyone who is in a relationship right now, either you are in a happy place or super like, and second thoughts, am I on a safe place, am I not? The best way to know is ask yourself, is it worth staying? Is it worth fighting for your life? Because when your life is in danger, that's when you think you are not in a very safe relationship. And other things that I would like to remind our audiences, especially those who are in such situation, please don't be afraid, because we are here, and do not be afraid to fight for your life, because you only have one life, and that person doesn't deserve to have your life be in that situation. So fight for your life, speak out, reach out.
Reach
There's
out.
always like, you go online, there's always like hotlines, there's always people around you. Us, the community, are always here to help you. Please do not hesitate to just fight for yourself, because that's what I did. I thought I'm gonna die. I thought I'm I'm super scared, but it was so scary that you have to fight for your life, because that's the only way to get out in that bad situation. And you do not want anyone to treat you like you're nobody,
Yes.
because all of us deserve the best. Even if you are, it's, I'm just saying that in general, we don't deserve to be treated such way.
That's right.
Okay.
You
So-
don't need to be treated
Yes.
anything less.
Anything less.
Anything
And,
less.
and, oh, sorry.
No, yeah. No, I just want to add something to that.
Mhm.
You're
Yes.
not just, it's not just about you, but all the more that you should really think hard about, making that decision, especially if you have kids, because,
Yes.
the kids are actually witnessing it.
Yes.
Oftentimes sabihin natin, oh, magbabago siya,
Because
magbabago
of
and
the
everything.
kids.
And I don't want to live because of the
The
kids.
kids, no.
That is the wrong thought, in combating that, illness,
Relationship.
because it's an illness. And, you want to protect your kids, first of all, but, of course, you want to protect your life
Yes.
because you're needed, by the kids.
And,
Yes.
and many times people, the abuse victim is afraid to get
Right.
out.
Right.
So
No.
if any one of you have experienced this or know someone who experienced this issue,
Abuse.
share with us, how did you get out? Or
You
what
wanna get
are other ways to get out of this relationship?
Yes.
Many times we don't know how these women can get out, but there's help.
Yeah.
So I encourage all of you, our audience right there, to speak up, because somebody else can also get help from your experience.
Mhm.
That's why we have our expert lawyer here, Attorney Limuel A. Carlos, who is
Immigration.
our immigration lawyer here in Arizona of the global.
Yes, Global Hearts United.
Yes.
Immigration law. Thank
And
you.
attorney, please share with us, what are the rights of these victims?
Victims,
Certainly.
not just women.
First of all, I just want to really congratulate and applaud Virgie and Cynthia for telling us their stories. It's just, you can't help but feel so sad for some of these women and men that are just trapped in these
Yes.
this really, and they don't see a way out.
Yes.
Mhm.
And I think that's the biggest thing, is there's so much fear, so much anxiety about going out on their own, when
Yes.
in reality, once you've done that, once you've actually pulled the stake out of the ground,
Mhm.
like, wow, I
It feels better.
Because
Yeah.
it's very hard to get out.
It
It's
is.
very
And
hard to get
it
out.
reminds me a lot of people don't realize that relationships can also be an addiction.
Mhm.
True.
Yes.
You know, and you don't want to tell yourself, I'm addicted to this abuse. Of course not.
Mhm.
No.
Who would ever
Yes.
say that? But
No more.
there's a pattern that you're addicted to, or like you
Mhm.
said,
Mhm.
Virgie, when
Yes.
it's two personalities,
Uh-huh.
very,
Yes.
very nice at one
Yes.
point, and then
Yes.
and you just yearn and pray for those nice times
Right.
all the
Mhm.
time, but then
Mhm.
inevitably the abuser will abuse again.
Yes.
Right.
And thank you very much. Oh, it doesn't work. Okay.
Oh.
So anyway, one of the things that when I first well, when I was in law school, actually, one of my clinics was in San Francisco, and it was with the Asian Law Caucus. And one of the very first cases I handled as a law student was a
Domestic.
woman, right,
Yeah.
who was being domestically abused by her U.S. citizen spouse. She was from China,
Oh.
and I don't really want to go into the
Detail.
horrific details
Yes,
or anything,
yes.
but this woman really, really suffered, and
Oh my.
and in many ways, it wasn't just because she thought that she could get her papers through her husband, which is obviously a big concern because she wants to be in this country.
Yes.
But it was also because of the economic power that the other person had.
Yes.
The fact that in many ways, a lot of the women and men that I serve don't know anything about this country.
Oh my.
So the person that they're with, their most significant person, can tell them anything. And I mean, I've had just really, really horrific stories where a man would say, well, this is just the way you do it here in America. This is a normal way to have sex, when it's completely
Not
abnormal.
Yes. So-
And the woman, I just remember one woman straight from the province was like just crying in
Super
anguish and so
slave.
traumatized by
Yes.
this. And I've had
So-
women sneak out the window
Oh
or
my God, just to get out.
or go to the neighbor and send a text message, because a lot of these women, and men, the U.S. citizen spouse or lawful permanent resident, will take away all of their means of communication, make arbitrary rules like you can't speak Tagalog in the house because they get paranoid. You can't send any money, or here's $50 for the whole month.
Been there.
Give me your passport because I have to take care of it.
Yeah.
Give me all of your. So they're really. I had one woman that couldn't even leave her room until the man was home at night,
Oh my God.
and it was just really, just very, very, very sad stories. But what I wanted to bring up is what Ria said, is that in the immigration law in 1994, I think I mentioned it earlier, that Congress passed the Violence Against Women Act.
Yes.
And one of the key components of that act, besides providing abused women with resources,
Yes.
was to provide a pathway for lawful permanent residence
Wow.
for women and
Yes.
men who are victims of domestic violence.
Yes.
And what I wanted to point out too is that it's not just physical.
Yes.
The trauma that a person can experience in a domestic violence situation can be mental. Like you said, calling names, you're so stupid, what are you doing, or you FB or whatever. All of these just really horrible, just demeaning day after day, that you don't even have to hit somebody, but if you're just,
Yeah.
the power of the word is so strong.
Yep.
I think
And
that
when
it-
you're telling, yes,
it goes like stages also.
it could be, right?
It really-
So in small increments before yung full blown
Yeah,
abuse.
But what I'm
Yes,
saying too
yes,
is that
let's-
the trauma that even the words can instill inside your body are sometimes even more difficult to.
It
Because
hurts.
if you get hit,
Hit.
it
Yeah,
will
it-
heal.
Yeah.
we
But you
got
don't know where you're getting hurt inside.
It's more like
we get
more
3
than
minutes.
physical abuse.
So
Okay.
before
Yeah.
the
So the other thing that about the act that's very, very important is the privacy component, the confidentiality
Mhm. Yes.
component. So very often, one of the threats of the abusers, I'm going to have you deported. I'm going to get you out. So when the abused person leaves that relationship, they're always worried that, oh no, what if they find out and then they're going to report? And invariably, 9 times out of 10,
No.
the abuser will report. But guess what? There are protections in the law,
Yeah.
and
So
and
that's what I did.
the woman can do it on her own, or
Yes,
the abused person.
I filed
Yeah.
my self petition to the immigration services. I did it all on my own.
yes,
Wonderful.
And
So,
Wow.
yes, I
that's right.
didn't
And
know.
what else, Attorney Lemuel?
What another thing is, there's also fee waivers
Yeah.
for this, so that you
Yeah.
don't. Right now, there are astronomical fees for filing any types of petition. So a regular adjustment of status to the government is $1,760, and they don't take payment plans. You have to pay that all at once.
Wow.
But for the
Yeah.
for
Abuse.
VAWA beneficiaries, they
Uh-huh.
can actually avail of a waiver and save them
What-
significant.
What is
Yes.
BAWA?
VAWA,
Violence Against Women's Act.
Okay.
Violence Against Women Act.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
and it's been reauthorized. Unfortunately, right now it seems like the program is a little bit under threat, as you can probably read in the administration is not the most friendly towards a lot of these issues at the moment. And that's really, really unfortunate. However, it did pass again in April of 2019 in the House of Representatives. However, but the Senate has largely ignored the bill. So it's kind of like in a limbo stage right now. But for
Yes.
now, it still is available. If you go onto the USCIS website and even type in Mivawa in
Yeah. That's what I did.
the search bar, there are actually very, very good instructions for people
Yes.
on how to file. And really, really important, don't go it on your own. I mean,
Mhm.
you can be on your own with regard to immigration, but you have a community of people that you need to reach
Yes.
out to.
That's right.
Yes.
We are
And
here to help
really,
out.
yeah, reach out to your fellow sisters or brothers who have experienced this type of abuse
Yes.
and who actually made it out.
Yes.
And I think that's the key, is that you guys made it out. And that's so
Yes.
wonderful. That's
Yes.
really, really the
Yes.
great story here.
Don't
Yes.
give up.
That's true.
Just don't give up.
I was
Uh,
being helped by
yes.
the assistance program.
Yes, and that's
Yes.
why it's so good that we're talking about this issue. Thank you so much,
Yes.
Cynthia, Virgie, Attorney Lemuel, and
Thank
Ate Ethel. We will be back for more, so don't go away.
At magbabalik po ang buhay-buhay sa Amerika. Huwag kayong aalis.
Women's Federation for World Peace is an NGO in general consultative status with the Economic and Social Council of the United Nations. We are women working together to establish a culture of heart in the family, community, nation, and world in order to achieve genuine and sustainable peace under God by empowering women with knowledge, skills, and supportive community to discover their unique value and bring lasting peace. For more information and to become a member, visit our website at wfwp.us today. Congratulations, Buhay Buhay sa Amerika!
At muli pong nagbabalik ang buhay-buhay sa Amerika ni Rhea Luz.
Hola mga kababayan, magandang umaga pong muli. Nako, napakabilis ng oras. Nasa third segment na tayo ng ating episode. And this is the time, kahit masyadong mabigat ang ating istoryahan ngayon, pero pagaanin natin dahil malamig at maganda ang tinig na inyong maririnig. We have John Lacanilao. He is an Asian Filipino, Arizona Filipino-American R&B and soul artist. He was born and raised in the Philippines and is currently pursuing an IT major in Gateway Community College. He produces his own version and arrangement of classic hits, top 40s, and OPM. He also performs on film special events and music venues in the Valley, and recently performed as front act in Martin Nivera and Pops Fernandez Gang John Legend yan.
Thank you, Miss Rhea, for inviting me.
John Lacanilao is JL. Kaya sabi ko nga, John Legend siya ng Arizona.
Now,
Thank you, John.
Thank you po. Thank you for inviting me po. And I'm so glad. I was so excited po to be here.
Oh, thank you. We're
Thank
very
you po.
excited to have.
Napaka-appropriate naman ng
Yeah.
ng music.
Yeah.
the song
Pero-
you choose is very
I gave you
Sabi-
all
Thank you
three.
po.
Usapan nga namin ni Ate Ethel, pakantahin natin ng How to Love a Woman. Eh, buti na lang. Kinanta mo yung All of Me. Di ba, Ate Ethel?
Yes.
Oo. Pero kung yung abuser nyo, kahit ganyan ang kanta and everything, you know, you need to realize na abuser pa rin siya.
That's
So,
right.
It's a cycle.
it's
Yeah.
a
We
cycle.
have to break the
Uh-huh.
cycle.
John,
Yes.
can you let us know what is your upcoming concert? You just finished Martin Rivera.
Martin
and-
Rivera po and Pops Fernandez.
Yeah.
Ngayon po, gumagawa lang po ako ng mga music ko po. And I'm uploading po sa YouTube and Facebook po.
So how can they follow you?
Just search John Lacanilao po. And on YouTube po. And every week or every 2 weeks po, nag-upload po. And with as long as with Ryan Argilio po.
Yeah.
Nag-write po kami.
Nag-write kayo
Lacanilao,
pareho, diba?
right?
Yeah.
Lacanilao.
Lacanilao po.
Lacanilao. John Lacanilao. Remember, John Lacanilao. Follow him in YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and also in Facebook and YouTube. And talking about YouTube, please like Buhay Buhay sa Amerika.
Yes.
I have a YouTube channel as well as ang ating Buhay Buhay sa Amerika page. Please help us to increase audience and participation in our community by liking the page.
Tsaka
Oh.
napaka-educational naman ng
thank
mo,
you,
ng
Ate.
boy sa Amerika, and tackling the issues that's affecting the community.
Thank you.
So maraming salamat
Maraming
for doing that.
Especially this issue, this is very hard. There's a lot of people doesn't want to speak about this issue
Yes.
because they're afraid that
They're
that
still in
person's still
denial.
out there.
You know, a lot
Yes.
of that is really a challenge in my work, because a lot of the women, not just from the Philippines, but other places come
Yeah.
from very conservative societies where it's
Correct.
very, very shameful
yeah.
for them to speak in this way. And I have to sometimes really be very, very sensitive to that, first of all, but try to draw it out of them, the story, because not
Yeah.
only is it important for her case, but it's an important thing for their own
Well,
well-being,
yes.
to be able to speak about it, to be able to get it
True.
out.
Yes.
Yes.
And that's in and of itself is very therapeutic, I find.
Yeah.
Yes.
But like I said, trying to get them in the beginning to try to say things, or they'll minimize it. Oh, it wasn't that bad, but
Mhm.
Yeah.
oh, it was pretty bad. You know,
Yes.
like,
It's pretty
Especially if a man
Hits you.
hit-
No.
I mean,
Mhm.
just to show your a hand or
or to
raise
clean
their
your gun in
voice.
front
Right.
of her.
Yeah.
It's like just really intimidating,
To me,
psycho things.
yes.
Yeah. To
And-
me,
Mm.
it's not just the punches, the black eyes, whatever.
It's the,
It's
the
the
word.
emotional part of it
Mhm.
and the
Yes,
mental.
right
Like it's
there.
really draining you.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are the cycles of abuse. So
Yes.
I would commend those people that
Tension.
would not be
The one-
scared and
Mhm.
afraid to speak up and reach out,
Yeah.
because there's no one can help you but you.
Yourself.
Yes.
Because you
Mhm.
want other people to help you, you gotta help yourself first.
That's right.
Yeah.
And many of our audience are actually
Asking.
encouraged and sending their comments. Especially we
Yeah.
got John Francis Saavedra says,
Yeah.
this is an excellent topic to tackle. Thank you to all the guests for today's episode. Thank you for not being afraid to be the voice and share your experiences. This will not only help all victims, but this will also give awareness to our community. Great job, everyone. And
Yes.
John
Chad.
Happen.
Also,
Also,
I also have message from Chad Hapan.
yeah.
He said, "Hello, gorgeous people. Glad to
Oh,
see
hi.
all of our friends
Thank
in one
you,
table.
Chad.
Good topic too.
Thank
Hello,
you,
kapatid.
Jan.
We love you and
Hello.
miss you." Those for
Hi, Chatty.
And happy birthday to Dr. Pamela Sandico
Yes.
Sapanta.
Happy
ang
birthday,
ating
Doc.
Buhay Buhay Committee, John
Ate-
and Dr. Pam.
Ate Sharon is
Yes.
watching. Hello, Ate
Yes,
Sharon.
Maraming nanonood and
And Ryan.
We hope that,
Yeah.
sabi pala habang kumakanta si
Mhm.
John Lacanilao, great singer, John.
Thank you po.
Mhm.
Marami ka ng bookings.
Yeah. Yes.
Thank you po.
May question ako
Mhm.
kay Lem.
Yes.
Are you finding na yung lack of yung sa communications, like barrier,
Mhm.
yung because
get
some of
out.
them can't actually speak yung English,
through.
Mhm.
coming from different country. So is that a barrier for them
Well,
To speak up.
to speak up?
Mhm.
it is often, because sometimes if you're filing a police report, for example, and you can't really explain
Mm.
what your what went on or what went
Alright,
down,
yes.
it can be a very difficult because a police report is one of the strongest evidences that you
True.
can use
Yes.
in proving your case. And if you're not, if the policeman is not understanding, or if you're not
True.
articulating your the facts clearly,
Mhm.
a lot could be lost. So, you know, it is unfortunate. A lot of women and men come from countries where maybe English is not as widely spoken. I mean,
Yes.
in the Philippines, it is.
Mhm.
Right.
Thankfully, especially now in the age of the
So
internet,
glad.
the Filipinos were actually gifted with
Mhm.
having English,
English,
because it
yes.
became the international language.
That's right.
Mhm.
But even then, I have some women that maybe don't have the highest education, or maybe learned English but have been in the province where they just don't use it.
Yes.
You know, then it can be a barrier, which
Yeah.
is why oftentimes I'll be able to help because I can speak the
That's
language.
Mhm.
that is
But
that is my hope. That's why we
Yeah.
brought
Right.
Attorney Limuel Carlos here. We want you to know that we got the boys and the man who can help us here
Yes.
in Arizona, our Attorney Limuel A. Carlos. And so, can you tell us what is your
How
phone
they can-
number and how they can contact
oh,
you?
They
sure.
can
Yes,
contact you.
our office is in Scottsdale off of Thomas and Hayden. And our phone number is 480-355-4245. And the website is www.globalheartsunited.com. Come visit us. Again, the phone 480-355-4245. And again, excuse my voice, I apologize.
Maganda nga,
Uh-huh.
attorney.
Parang
So, yan yung dapat nating tandaan na you're not alone and there are people who can help you. You
Yes.
just need to reach out. We have also
Rhea, I just want,
Ate.
follow up kay Attorney Lemuel also, because member ako ng Phoenix
Yeah.
Police Department Advisory Board, and
Mhm.
we've tackled actually yung issue na yan. Yung mga police officers po, when they're called to answer calls like that, if you need interpreter, meron po silang mga resources. So madali kayong maunawaan. So wag po kayong matakot, because there's always help there.
Yes.
And the most important thing is don't feel so isolated.
Yes.
Magkaroon po kayo ng yung kaibigan, yung kapitbahay nyo, or isang friend na pwede nyong makarelate kayo, sabihin nyo ang problema para kung sakali itulong po din yun sa inyo.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
and very important that I'm glad Ate Ethel is here, and for it was through your initiative that we get this topic on our show today. We have many more things to share with you. Kaya don't go away, and we will be right back.
At magbabalik po ang buhay-buhay sa Amerika. Huwag kayong aalis.
Women's Federation for World Peace is an NGO in general consultative status with the Economic and Social Council of the United Nations. We are women working together to establish a culture of heart in the family, community, nation, and world in order to achieve genuine and sustainable peace under God by empowering women with knowledge, skills, and supportive community to discover their unique value and bring lasting peace. For more information and to become a member, visit our website at wfwp.us today. Congratulations, Buhay Buhay sa Amerika!
Muli pong nagbabalik ang buhay-buhay sa Amerika ni Rhea Luz.
Magandang umaga po muli mga kababayan. Nako, napakabilis po ng oras. Nasa fourth segment na tayo and this is the time we are wrapping up our episode. Today we are bringing you domestic violence awareness into this issue, as well as the month of October is also Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I am grateful to our First Lady of Chandler, Lynn Hartkey, for sharing with us last Tuesday about the story of breast cancer awareness. And we talk about her book as well, Under a Desert Sky. I hope that you can get this as well as bring awareness to breast cancer, early mammogram, and self-breast examination monthly, as well as we are also remembering our Mr. Larry Itliong, Journey for Justice, the life of Larry Itliong, as we are wrapping up this year's episode of, we celebrate Filipino American History Month. And everyone should know who is Larry Itliong. If anyone knows Cesar Chavez, they should also know Larry Itliong.
Yep.
So, yan. Ate, marami tayong ikukwento at ira-wrap up na mga events sa community. Thank you for
You're so welcome. My
bringing.
pleasure.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Meron ka bang ipa-plug?
October 18, It's Your Time to Shine by
Oh, yeah.
Vicky Perez.
Yes. And also tomorrow, right? Meron kang
Um,
Phoenix Asian.
Yung Phoenix Asian American Lions Club
Mhm.
po, social event tomorrow sa 3000 Club 1741 West Rose Garden Lane and in Phoenix, and we're inviting everybody because we're celebrating the Filipino American History Month, as well as Pinay Visionaries
Yes,
also,
on
which is
October
actually
25.
the theme for fans also. So they
Mhm.
have a dinner banquet
Mhm.
from 6 o'clock at Great Wall, and everybody knows
Camelback.
Great Wall.
Yes.
But anyway, in celebration of their Filipino leadership also, if you know of anyone, a Pinay visionary, the
Mhm.
nomination is actually up still, and the deadline I believe is on the 15th also.
Right
So
here.
please, marami tayong mga Pinay that really made a difference in the community. So
Yeah.
please take the opportunity to be able to acknowledge them also, because we want these upcoming leaders, to step up and do more, for the
Yes.
community.
And thank you so much. And mentioning also our upcoming events, we have the Global Women's Peace Network in Chicago on the 18th from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. at Marriott Hotel in O'Hare for $90 to register for the whole event, even with lunch and the chance to hear Dr. Sun Jin Moon. And on the 10th, the 19th, 19 October 19, the American Clergy Leadership Convocation and True Family Values Banquet in Chicago. I will be going to Chicago to attend this event. That's why I'm plugging.
Wow.
As well as
That's exciting.
yes, as you mentioned,
And support Asia's talent
yes,
by going
I
to
have.
the Bison's Productions concert on November 22nd, Generation X. Get your tickets now. And My Film by Shalina Bison for IFA on December 6, 7, and 8.
meron pa ate.
Meron pa.
Meron pa, yeah. Talking about
Yeah.
Asia is going to model at this Taste of Africa, and it would be at Noah's Event Center in this October 18 from 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. It is also initiative of Princess Jennifer Lee, as well as eto nga, yung Filipino Heritage Month on the 7th, November 7 at 7 p.m. at Talking Stick Arena in so this is our opportunity for Filipinos to come out and show our numbers. This is a first time ever that the Phoenix Suns is bringing Filipino Heritage Night. All of you are invited. Get your orders until October 20th, only $19 if you talk to Shalina, Pasa, and other community leaders who are take the initiative to bring this Filipino Heritage Night at Phoenix Suns. Di ba mas maraming pumunta?
Absolutely.
I'm sure next year, bibigyan pa ulit tayo ng another one night, right?
Another quick plug
Mhm.
also, Ria, because I don't know if everybody knows na the Asian American is actually more than 200 plus thousand
Arizona alone.
in Arizona alone.
Wow.
And ang Filipino community ang pinakamarami. So we're over
Yes.
73,000
73,000?
plus.
So,
And hindi pa masyadong counted yan,
Yeah.
right?
So maka
yung census,
7,000 lang kami ngayon ng episode na to, maganda na, di ba ate?
kaya damihan niyo yung likes niyo
Yeah.
po. Okay?
Kahit
Talaga.
10% lang manood sa atin, di ba Attorney Limuel and Cynthia?
Yeah.
But
And
ang
Ron?
census
Little bit
2020
more
is
than.
really tracking, the
Mhm.
Filipino Americans also. And this is not about yung sa immigration or
Mhm.
something, but it's about getting counted and avail
Yes.
of the services that's available to us.
And
Yes.
So,
it's also, there is power in numbers. The
Yes.
more
Yeah.
we are represented, the more
Mhm.
people can see. Hindi lang lumpia at pansit ang kailangan nating i-promote. Marami tayong i-promote.
absolutely.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
marami.
Yeah, and talking about promotion, Miss
Yes.
Tourism Queen, worldwide international beauty queen, is going on from 18 to 28 of this month. And Miss Jennifer Millet, a 23-year-old French Filipina, and her advocacy is end human trafficking. This is an initiative of Miss Asia Espiritu Dicing, who is now the representative or the coordinator of Miss Tourism Queen Worldwide. Let's support Jennifer Millet. See, it's always a number, more of us working together to promote something. We will
Definitely.
I'm gonna be
really-
waiting for someone to step up and say ang advocacy nila is about
Actually,
battered women.
I
Yeah,
was-
domestic
I was offered
violence.
when
Yeah.
I was
4 minutes
back-
to go.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yes.
when I was back in Florida, doing my interview by myself on the immigration services, I was by myself, and then they were like, "You don't have a lawyer with you?" No, I don't. And so, how did you? And I said, "Right, I wrote my whole story, this thick, and provide all the evidences and everything." And so I did that, and the consul asked me, "How do you want me to? How do you want us to send you a green card?" I said,
Wow.
"I'm sorry."
That's
And I
good.
said,
Uh-huh.
"Yeah." I said, "What?" Because
Mhm.
of course that was the interview, and the very day
Mhm.
I was having the interview, they were like asking me, "How do you want us to send you your green card?" And I said,
Mhm.
"Of course, in my place." And so he was like, "Okay, because you're very brave. I commend you for being here by yourself, fighting for your life, and you will be safe here." So I was like, "Oh my God, it
See,
was worth
ate,
it."
mukhang,
And right after
mukhang
that,
meron ng sumagot.
Oo.
Yeah.
so
Si
right
Cynthia
after
na.
that, ate,
Mhm.
I had a car accident.
Oh no.
So
Oh.
it was like an exchange for the luck that I got that day.
Mm.
I had a car accident. My car's totaled.
But
I had to ride
May green
Greyhound.
card ka
yeah,
naman.
may green card ka naman.
Yes.
Green
Yes.
card
That was
ka,
like
hindi
in
ka namatay.
I think
So,
that's
yes.
how you're gonna be
Yes,
looking at
yes,
it.
yes.
Ang
May
kapalit,
kapalit,
right?
right?
I even
So,
thought
Just look at the
Um,
silver lining.
yes.
Yeah.
that
Thank
was
you
fine.
so much, Miss Cynthia Lyons,
Yes.
for your bravery and your
Mhm.
ability to speak up.
Yes,
But
thank you
for-
sharing your
yes,
story. It's
but-
very powerful,
yes,
very-
but
I want to hear your story.
That's
It's
true.
very
But
powerful.
of course, Attorney Limuel, for others who could not speak,
Yes.
that's why you need a lawyer. And call Attorney
Yes.
Limuel A. Carlos. And thank you so
Um,
much, Miss Virgie Brown, Ate Ethel, for
This
co-hosting with me.
This is a
and
great
you're welcome.
opportunity.
yeah.
Ria.
And John, thank you for
Thank you po.
John,
Thank you.
don't
coming,
abuse.
as well as I know na you will go places.
Yeah.
The
yes.
next
Hopefully
time,
po. Thank you.
hindi lang ikaw ay front act, ikaw na ang panunurin namin
Tsaka
concert.
napakabata pa.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. You have
Ganda
And very
ng boses
humble.
mo.
Yes.
Yes.
So may mga
Ganda,
nanonood
ganda.
pa ba tayong gusto niyong babatiin? O,
Marami akong
yeah.
gustong
Oy,
batiin.
by the way,
My
mga
husband and my
marami-
son.
Cyril
Yeah.
is watching us.
Rina
Aking
Anakin.
asawa.
Yeah. Rina Anakin says,
Ron Smith
congratulations.
is
buhay-
watching us.
Yes.
Wow.
Rina Anakin says, congratulations, buhay-buhay sa Amerika. It is a very informative episode and very talented guest. Marami pong nanood sa atin at maraming salamat sa inyo. Oh, Mr. Ron Smith. President Ron. See, thank you for sharing
I
and
love you,
talking
baby.
about mental health awareness.
yes.
Yes, thank you so much. President Ron, last week we had the
Si Iman din, ano?
Tasha. Yes.
Iman.
And
I know.
Cyril Johnson
Mhm.
says, I'm here watching. Good morning, Buhay Buhay sa Amerika. Shout out sa inyong lahat to have you have a very interesting topic. Nice advices and hi to my friend Cynthia Giritan and sister
Ah.
Virgie Brown, mga kagwapa kaayo. Hehe.
Papa.
So,
There you go.
maraming salamat po for
Thank
joining
you.
us, and I hope that you can continue to watch Buhay Buhay sa Amerika. And Ate Ethel, thank you for this initiative.
Wala ka naman.
Yeah.
And to all the
At-
victims out there, please
By the
come
way,
out. We're
masala-
here for you.
Yes, pasalamatan ko rin po ang ating Filipino-American Journal, Kuya Leonardo Arumin, for posting our second anniversary celebration at the October issue. Meron pa kayong tanong? Isulat nyo lang po sa inyong comment, at maraming salamat po sa inyong pagsubaybay sa ating 30th episode. Attorney Limuel, meron ka pang sasabihin?
Maraming salamat po. Maraming salamat, Ria, for hosting me, and to all of my fellow guests. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Attorney.
I had such an amazing time today, and the power of your stories will stay with me forever.
Yes.
Thank you.
And that's true.
Mhm.
And also, attorney, we look forward that we can have an immigration issue here one day.
I would be
Well,
delighted.
Yes.
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 Really
And
helps a lot.
meron ka pang ipa-plug?
Meron ba akong
Yes.
ipa-plug? Guys, weight loss coffee. Momentous, okay?
Yes, tama lang. Kitang-kita naman. At kaya mga kababayan, join us for our next episode on October 26. This time, it would be friendship through the years.
Oh,
Kaya, yes.
Miss Ria,
Yes,
yung
ate.
mga natin
Yes,
directory,
yes,
also in
yes.
case anybody is needing it, we
Yes.
actually compiled directory for
Yes.
your
I love
for your
that.
own use.
I love
So
that.
please get in touch with me, and where
Yes.
to find me, guys.
Any
And
one of us here
Phoenix
can get in
Asian
touch.
American
Lions.
Lions. And
Uh-huh.
also, we will
Ethel
post
Lusario on
this.
Facebook.
Yes,
Yes.
Ate Ethel Lusario is also a realtor, by the way, if you need.
Kung gusto niyo bumili
Yes.
ng bahay
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
magbenta ng bahay.
Yeah. So, ang ganda ng legs ni Ate Ethel, oh. So, thank you so much, everyone. At magandang buhay po. God bless you all. Mabuhay.
This was Buhay Buhay sa Amerika. Join us again next time at Entremujeres Radio.net. Hanggang sa muli, mabuhay!
¿Te gustaría tener